Hello, my name is Sean Morsbury, and I'm a film major at Full Sail University. I interviewed Constantine Peretta over email. He is a writer and producer in the film industry. To the first question I asked him, Constantine answered, to the question, what do you see as the role of the visual arts in our mass-mediated world, and particularly in your profession, Constantine answered, the role of visual art in our world is extremely important because of its ability to transcend written and spoken words and to speak to anyone, regardless of their language. The funny thing is, words are purely visual. Each letter in any language is its own visual art. However, most people don't think of language in that context. Additionally, since there are hundreds of languages on the planet, we have created another way to communicate that doesn't require speaking, yet speaks to anyone who is human. A photograph of a hungry child can send a message to people everywhere, but someone who only speaks English can't necessarily communicate with someone who only speaks Russian. So the role of visual artists to help us understand each other, and that applies to the field of film and TV as well. To the question, with new communications and media technologies, imagery is almost instantly available. Do you believe that this is having a positive or negative influence on the industry? Provide an example. Constantine answered, I don't like to think of things as positive or negative. However, I can tell you what I like and don't like about the accessibility of new technology. On one hand, new, interesting, and exciting visual art is coming from unexpected places from unknown people. Look at the explosion of the Kony 2012 video as well as an example of accessible technology being used to spread a message, regardless of the ultimate outcome of the movement. Yet new technology has also made a lot of people think they are instantly experienced as visual storytellers just because they own an amazing camera. A prime example of new technology in the hands of someone that hasn't earned the experience to use it as a filmmaker is of Innocence of Muslims. There was a media storm created because of the movie, but it's so horribly produced that I don't know how anyone could take it seriously. To the question, what popular images do you see that are frequently rechanneled throughout the entertainment industry, Constantine answered, the modern depiction of a beautiful woman. Because this is such a male-driven industry, the accepted and expected sexualization of women feels like the most popular image everywhere. To the question, are there particular images that this industry has popularized and or created, Constantine answered, the glamorization of murder. Not enough people are scared of murder and death, because both have been perpetrated for so long through our history. Culture can convince people of anything, what to die for, what to live for, who should die and who should live. The glamorization of murder is one of the greatest mistakes humanity has ever made. Who is one of your favorite visual artists, and or what is your favorite style of visual art? Constantine answered, the painter Francis Bacon. He understood the impact of imagery to the point in which many of his paintings not only depict suffering, but actually recreate it in the mind of the viewer that has a gripping effect. Funny side note, Constantine told, I think he's really underappreciated. I went to see one of his paintings in a gallery in New York, and it was hanging in the hallway on the way to the bathroom. To the question as to what his favorite style of visual art is, Constantine answered documentary photography featuring unposed portraits of people. He gave the example of Robert Frank in his book, The Americans. To the question, how has your knowledge of famous artworks influenced your creative process, Constantine answered, famous artwork has influenced me immensely. This isn't going to make sense to most people, but I'll try to explain anyway. Michelangelo's David has a very particular expression when seen in profile. He is calm, resolute, self-aware. However, when a spectator looks in the front of David's face, he or she will see tremendous fear and uncertainty. This was the genius of Michelangelo. Just knowing that as a producer, director, or camera operator, I always look for the eyes while shooting a scene. Profile shots do not tell the whole emotional story of the talent or subject, but both eyes, they reveal the truth.